for a child, sometimes what happens with parents are in a hurry. They don't have enough energy, they don't have enough patience to invest. And raising a child is a very creative job. You cannot have formulas. You have to have trial and error method. Like there is a kid, you know that he has a tendency to get into something and go beyond it. So you should let that child indulge into something. And there is a tendency with a child which doesn't know how to find its way out. So you have to stop him. So this is a very creative thing. The main thing is children learn from observing as well. So you have to create that atmosphere in the surrounding. That even if they are not interested, there's a visual element going, in front of them. So they pick up things. So giving that much of energy, that much of attention is necessary, and we are not ready to do it. When we send our children to schools, we think, education is taken care. But school has a different agenda. Most of the schools are not educating, they are preparing our kids for a kind of straight insecurity to earn your living. And this is the tragedy of human being, that the whole effort of a child becoming a man is about earning his livings. That should be the byproduct. The school should be there to explore the personality. How much attention do we pay when we choose a school for our kid? Are we ready to go to length for this? What is it? So I think we should be able to give that much of energy. It's a very creative thing to raise a kid.
I just want to tell a little story about when we first started working in weaving village in Andhra Pradesh. One of our group was talking to a weaver who obviously was weaving at home on a pit loom. And his little girl was listening. She was about 8 years old. And she heard this conversation, and then she turns to my colleague and says, she turns to her father and says, Nana, Pani enti, what is work? Work and life is so integrated in her house, in her experience, that she doesn't understand the word work.
Thank you everyone. I'm sure there are more questions. So during the tea break, you can interact with the guests if possible. So now we break for tea and we quickly reassemble for the next session, which will be the technical sessions.